to Marist. I told John I really like his team. I think they're just that backcourt has really done a great job of maturing from their freshman year, and you can tell they're veteran guys. We got up by 5. Pasquale gets to the free throw line, makes big plays. Doherty made big plays. Jackson Price made big plays. So great credit to them. I thought they really liked their team. I told John I watched them on tape, and been watching a lot of tape on them, and really impressed with how they played together. They share the ball. They play for each other. I thought they didn't blink. I thought we blinked. I thought that they didn't blink, which was what great teams do. And they're getting close to being a great team, and they got a great record. They played a great schedule. They've won games. They won a lot of different ways. They handled adversity well. So credit to them. Great win for them. We'll go back and battle again on Sunday.
Tobin, 17 assists on 20 makes, sharing the ball a little bit. And Justin, 8.6 assists off the bench. His energy and just the ball movement, maybe some positives from tonight?
Yeah, I thought the first half, I thought we actually played really, really well both ways. We fouled a little bit too much. They shot some free throws, but I thought the offense looked better, and then I thought the second half we just kind of lost our flow, lost our rhythm, lost our, sometimes we get punched in the face and we don't handle it the right way, so we have to get better at that, right? There's a long ways to go here, and we have to get better at that and handling adversity, handling teams making runs, and it's going to happen. And in conference play, it'll never be a situation where you just go out and roll somebody. It ain't going to happen. They're all going to be battles I think we didn't handle. We got up by 5, and then they came back at us, which all good teams do, and then we didn't handle that well.
Coach, you mentioned how you need to play more connected, more together as a team on defense. It felt like you had that for a lot of the first half. They made some shots, and then in the second half, they started to kind of break you guys down. Was that kind of your evaluation? What did you think?
Yeah, I think I got to watch the tape and see the second half defensively. I thought we lost our ball pressure. Listen, you turn a team over 23 times, right? That's a lot of I think that'll probably lead the country in forcing turnovers. You get 12 more shots, which we continue to do. We get 15 offensive rebounds. We got to score. Like I told you before, we got 65 again. So I think defensively we play well enough to win. Probably there's probably some breakdowns here along the way, but we got to score, and you got to get to the basket and not. We're going through 2 or 3 people trying to finish around at the rim, like sharing the ball, making the extra pass, and finding open guys, and that's what's. I think our offense is really hurting us. Because I think defensively. You play, and at some point, you grind, and teams are going to break through against you. And you got to be able to score enough to keep them at bay. And we just couldn't score. We were up by 5, and they made a run. We couldn't score for a while there. Even to start the second half, I thought we had some possessions. You got to finish at the rim. We missed a lot of shots at the rim. So yeah. They look like I thought when we got up by 5 and Pasquale took us right to the basket and bullied us inside, and I'm like, that's what a great player does. I'm really impressed with him and their team.
What does it mean that you blinked in the second half?
Well, when we got up by 5, they called timeout, right? And they came out and just went right back at us, right? And so within about a minute and a half, it got it to they're up by 1. I think there was another timeout right after that, and we looked like, oh my God, the world's coming to an end. And that's so we had a one timeout, and I told the guys this. I'm like, it's to me, it's like coaching it is a brand new team, right? But my frustration comes when I think some of these lessons we should be better at. Handle adversity we should be better at, right? Because that's what life is. Life's about handling adversity, right? So it's I thought. When then the next time out, when they got up by 1, or they're down by 1, we walked off like that was it. It was 13 minutes to go in the game. We looked like, we're in trouble, So.
Coach, you were shooting the ball well in the first half, 46%, but then the second half, 21% is a big difference. So what happened? The defense from Marist?
I thought we stopped moving as much, stopped sharing the ball, stopped making the extra pass. Just stop doing the things we were. Yeah, their defense is very good. That's what they're known for. Is very good defensively. We weren't able to get great shots. If you get great shots, you'll make good. And you miss a couple of layups, and it starts to get contagious. We missed some stuff in transition that we should have scored on, and it just kind of got contagious. And steamrolled.
Christian today with his 10 points made it a strong contribution.
Yep, he played better. Yep. Good to see him back playing better.
What were you hoping to get from that, like Bundy, Menard, Barr, kind of non-offensive minded lineup that you played for stretches?
Toughness, grit. So like, you think you play a better offensive team, but we're not scoring, right? So then it's like maybe those guys can I'd like to see. I have to go back and watch the film. But the team that got us played really well there for a spurt was Winboard, Menard. I forget what it was. Yafet was out there. Like that group got us a couple turnovers, a couple steals in transition, and kind of got us going. So probably a little bit of that.
It kind of feels like the same story when we talk about you guys winning the shot volume battle, getting the offensive rebounds, and you just can't get shots to fall. At what point can you just kind of stop? Like, at what point can you just kind of look back and figure out that, hey, at some point the shots just need to go in?
Is that a question or is that a statement? It might be a
I
statement saying
lost my train of thought.
No, I would answer that yes. I would say yes to that. Yes. At some point the shot's got to go in. I mean, at some point the shot's got to go in. At some point the pass has got to be made. At some point you got to make that play. I thought our guys played their tails off the first half. I didn't think we played as hard the second half. The first half really played hard, and then at some point you got to score. I'd much rather play a game where we're scoring and we'll work on the defensive part, And then it's like a defensive grind, and like we're like, how do we score? Like, listen, we're over on the sideline, like, how do we? We're going through every possible. How do we score? There's guys on the bench that aren't playing. Can they help us score? We're looking at all those options, right? How do we score?
Coach, you mentioned that you built this team for its defense. How do you build up that offense when you have such a defensive-minded team?
And I would think not just the defense. We built it for the grit, griminess, toughness, competitiveness, mentality. So not just the defense, but that kind of stuff. So that's the part that I didn't think we would do is listen, these seasons are weird, right? Somewhere along the line, it hasn't gone according to form, right? Is it because we've lost some confidence? Is it because we've lost confidence in each other and what we're doing? I don't know. I'm searching for that, right? So it's like I don't know where along the line it's gone a little bit astray, and I got a long ways to go, right? So you go back on the bus tomorrow, you head to Albany, you go play Siena on Sunday, you gotta go try to find a way to get in. It's all you can do, right? So listen. It stinks. I'm like it's like losing. It kills me. It stinks. It's awful. It's the worst. And I'm not. We've always won. So this is hard. It is hard. We're searching and that's all we're doing. And the kids in the locker room are good guys. They want to win. So right now it's not happening. So we got to keep pounding the rock.
Hey, Tobin.
What's up, Jim?
Your three leading scorers on the season went 6 for 30 today from the field. So you're looking for offense. You want to get more from the team. The ball movement was a little better in the first half. Now it's good in the second half. But when your three leading scorers shoot 6 for 30, it's got to be brutal for you.
Is that a question or a statement?
Both.
Absolutely, without a doubt. With Day and Adam and Biggie, right? Those guys have to score for us, right? Rupert's not going to score a ton of points. Your Fed's not going to score a ton of points. Winborn's got to be able to pick and choose his spots. Barr's not Bundy. So it's like Dave's saying, we need guys all right. So what do you go to? Do you go to more of a defensive lineup and just be we got to guard and get loose balls, be tougher than hell, and force turnovers and rebound, or do you go to a better offensive lineup? When you go to a better offensive lineup, those guys you can't 6 for 30, major problem. What makes Pasquarelli a great player is he scored 16 points on 8 shots. Right? Efficiency. Right? Mm-hmm. I could go out there right now and take 20 shots and probably score 15 points, right? But that's not efficient. So 6 for 30, major problem. Major problem. Our percentages are not good. So listen, that's obvious. We know that, we got to try to get better at it. Absolutely.